Hey, beautiful people. I definitely have some making up to do because it is day 25 and I fell off, you guys. I did not record the day 25 yesterday. I'm just not recording it today, but I'm going to do day 25 and day 26. So I'm going to make it up by just making sure I get it done. Day 24, I kind of said I was going to just do the treadmill with the talking and telling you guys what you can actually do because it's really the same stuff. Of what you can do. We kind of went over it. Send out more disputes, basically. Think about if you're gonna sue them or not. And that's it. Or you could just move on. That's another thing. You could just move on. So I wanted to apologize for not going live for the people that is following on currently. But if you watch day 24, I kind of went over what you guys need to do. But still, I created a little guide of 20 things that you guys can um do next. And I hope that this is very helpful for those people that have those negative late payments on their credit reports and they need help with it. So let me actually tell you guys what you have to do. So don't panic, you guys. If they say that they're not going to remove the late payments or they deny it, then it's some stuff that you can do. So it's 20 things that you guys can do next. The first thing is send another dispute. So we only sent out one dispute letter to the credit bureaus, right? We're going to send out another one, and our dispute's not even done yet. So we're going to send out another one. So it's no need to panic about that at all we can do is just send out another round of disputes. And when we send out the other round disputes, you never know, that late payment may be removed at that time. You guys can request the method of verification. That's when you asking them like what did they use to verify that those late payments are accurate, because that's what they're going to do. If the credit bureaus deny it, they're going to say that it came back that those accounts are accurate, basically is verified. You're going to see that with the collection company and all those things too if the account is not deleted. You guys can send a dispute directly to the creditor or the collector, but that's just not the bureaus. That's that Goodwill letter. So you guys should already be doing that anyway. So that's another thing that you guys can actually do. Let me make sure I turn this off. Another thing is you guys can file a complaint with the CFPB. I told you guys if you have any problems with these collection companies, we talked about that. If they're not doing what they need to do, you guys can definitely file a complaint with the CFPB and tell them that they need to go ahead and remove those late payments. You guys can file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. That's another thing you guys can do. You guys can send a 623 letter demanding that they investigate the account. That's the original creditor, the original company, such as if you had late payments with Capital One, you're going to send that letter directly to Capital One. Another thing is too, you can request a full validation of the debt. And usually, again, we're talking Goodwill letters. So I would say that's not, you can't really send a validation of debt letter say company, but remember we did see some collections. So if you guys see that you got collections on your credit reports and they're saying that you are late on it, remember you can't be late on it. You can request a full validation of that debt at that time. Now you also can send a notice of intent to sue. That's basically saying that hey, violations have occurred, you intend to sue them. That's something you can do. I'm not an attorney, I'm not trying to give you guys legal advice. Talk to an attorney about that, and then I also can help connect you guys with an attorney that does this if you guys need help with that. So make sure you guys reach out. Make sure you guys highlight the errors for like the FCRA and the FDCPA in your next letter. So when you write your next letter, make sure you guys write those errors in there. We kind of went over them fully, but you can also say, hey, there's other things wrong with this account, but this is the only thing that I want you to fix. You know how I showed you guys that positive accounts have inaccuracies too? You can probably list those inaccuracies, but be careful with that because sometimes if you push these companies too much or push the bureaus too much, what you're going to do is what they're going to do is they may delete it. So I want you guys to be cautious of that because we don't want to delete the accounts that have late payments. We just want the late payments removed. If you guys have any screenshots or evidence that you did pay on time, you can definitely send that with it. Make sure you guys send at least that first round certified. That's what I would suggest. Make sure you guys ask for documentation proving that you have late payments and balances. That's something that you can type in your letter, or that can just be another letter altogether. Like they keep saying, oh, it's verified. One of your letters by itself can be, hey, send me the verification of how send me the verification, the documentation proving that I had late payments and balances. You can also send another letter saying, hey, tell me who verified this stuff with you. Send me the documents you used to verify. These can be 3 separate letters. You guys can, I wouldn't say do a pay for deletion, but you can do that if it's a collection company. Because remember, some of the collection company have lates on there. So I want you to know that I kind of mixed them in here because sometimes you have a collection company that have lates. You could do a pay for deletion if that's what you want to do. And you guys can ask for an early exclusion. So if the item is within 6 months of dropping off, like getting removed from your credit reports, you can ask the credit bureaus, can they actually exclude that from your credit report. Make sure you guys freeze your credit so that you don't have any new inquiries that can be during the time that you're fighting to. Remember, we should always keep a freeze on our credit report, period. I think that was like the first or the second video I told y'all that, like day 1 or day 2, we should keep our credit reports frozen, period. Okay. Our stuff should stay frozen. At no point should it not be frozen. You guys also can make sure that you monitor your credit weekly. I have my thing with Aura, Rakita.com. Rakita.com/Aura or Aura.com/Rakita. Definitely check that out because you guys can see too if your information is on like the black web. Oh my gosh, the dark web, y'all. I guess it's too early for me right now. You guys see if your information on dark web. You can also see your reports there. So yeah, Aura.com/Rakita. You guys can check that out. And then too, make sure you guys start a paper trail or keep track of your paper trail when it comes down to these accounts on your credit reports. So you guys want to make sure you keep a paper trail on their responses, what your responses are. And that way, if you got to take legal action, you can have everything there. You guys make sure you use strong legal language in your future letters. Say if you send out these letters and for some reason this stuff is not being deleted, put that legal language in there about how they're authorized. That means they're required to do it. Things like that, because then that can stop them from just playing games with you and actually just removing those late payments. Make sure you guys resend any supporting documents. Sometimes they're going to act like they can't even verify you. So if you're trying to send a dispute and they act like they can't verify you, they don't know who you are, make sure you send in those supporting documents and utility bills. And then make sure that you get help or you sue them. Like seriously, if they fail to follow the FCRA and FDCPA rules. I told y'all, even these accounts that have these late payments, there's still things on there that's inaccurate that they need to have fixed. Now we are on day 25 too. Like I said, we are already on here. So I want you guys to reflect on the past, know that you guys received, and then think about 1 to 2 angles or actions that you could take to make progress. So I want you guys to make sure that you go back through here, record it, take screenshots of this stuff for the people that don't actually have the workbook. Down below, or you guys don't have the full on course, you can have access to all of this stuff. I want you guys to take screenshots so that you guys can know exactly what steps that you need to take next if they don't remove it. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop this live and actually do day 26, which is about credit cards versus loans. It is going to be a separate thing. I just want to make sure I go over it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the report and then write about what type of accounts has late and then how this may affect your credit score overall. So I'm going to stop this one. And then if you guys are watching live, I'm going to start day 26 just so we can go ahead and get that out of the way and I can get back on track. But use this as an example, you guys. Like if you guys fall off, like I look a mess right now, so I can't show my screen. I'm trying to look a mess. I got like a do-rag on because I did my hair yesterday. I flat ironed it real pretty. And I don't want to mess it up. But if you guys fall off for one day, do the work that you have to do that day. Like how you see how we did the work. So all you have to do is write 1 or 2 things out of the whole list of what I told you to do. Write 1 or 2 things that you're going to do. You can literally say, hey, if they don't delete it, I'm going to send a letter 2 more times. I'm going to keep my records and then I'm going to sue them. That can be your whole guide. That's all you have to do today. Just write it down, what you're going to do. So that way you'll know exactly what you need to do and you can make sure that you keep it in a paper trail. That's it. And then you go on to the next day. If it was more stuff that you need to do, make sure you get that stuff done. But right now, while we talking about late payments, if you guys have late payments on your credit reports, go ahead and send a Goodwill letter out to them right now. Go ahead and get that done. um, because when we send out a late payment removal, when we do our disputes next time, when we're responding and we're doing our round two disputes, they're not going to be like nice disputes. Can you please? It's none of that. We're not doing none of that. Um, so this is going to be that perfect time where you can ask them politely. Because when we respond and ask them to remove them late payments, it's going to be way more aggressive. The letter is going to be more aggressive, and they may just go ahead and remove it with this letter. Not to say that sending out that aggressive letter going to mess you up for the future, but it is what it is. I just want to let you guys know that what we were supposed to do our Goodwill letters yesterday, day before yesterday, should I say, and had those done. You should have mailed them out yesterday. And then today I was gonna say, okay, what to do if it don't work? But again, we just did the steps, so we got to give it 35 days to say what it's gonna do, what we're gonna do if it's not gonna work. So go ahead and get those Goodwill letters out right now. We got 3 more days. We're talking about late payments. One of the days is today, because again, I am behind. So I would say we got 2 more days after today to talk about late payments. Get those late payments out now, because we're gonna get into our utilization, which is where I need to make sure I focus on. So that's going to be on day 29. We're going to get into utilization for a few days. So just make sure you guys are prepared. I'm getting a full-on course together. I have all of the documents on what it's going to be. And you know what? Maybe I'll send you guys a picture of what I wrote down too, so we can go over exactly what it is and all the documents that is going to be in the course. We can do that probably after I do the next live, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys get your Goodwill letters out, and those people that's really following along, I'm going to go ahead and do day 25 now. I'll see you soon.